And hey everybody, welcome again to another edition of the Insyx show for Gay World News. And today we have a special guest. Well, we always have special guests, don't we? Today we have a special guest, Ralphy Triellis. Did I say that right?
Triellis.
Triellis, there you go. See? Yeah, I learn something new every day. And he is awesome DJ, and we want to get behind the man, behind the myth. And how you doing today, Ralphie?
Oh, I'm doing great. How you doing today, Insyx?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. It's Sunday. I'm dreading Monday. Who knows? You know, the usual. So, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, let's see. My name's Ralphy Triellis, and I've been DJing here in SecondLife for just about 3 years now. I live in the middle of nowhere in Manitoba, Canada, with my husband, who's in the background talking. And, you know, there's not that much more to say. I love DJing here in SecondLife.
Cool, cool. Tell us about your musical influences.
Well, I've always said that I really don't have a genre. I love everything. Big band, stuff from the 60s, stuff from the 70s, 80s, 90s, the modern stuff. And what I love to do a lot is to go out and find a classic song that was from my generation and has been remixed into a dance beat and bring it to people who may never have heard it before. You know, and hopefully help people expand their musical horizons.
Cool. Yeah, I love that. That's one of the things I love too, is remakes and mashups and everything and stuff like that. That definitely helps bring in new people to understanding where a lot of our music comes from and everything. What places do you DJ at now?
Well, let's see. My main home right now is, of course, Impulse. I'm there on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Been there for over 2.5 years now. I do Inclusion. Hold on a second, I have to open up my profile because I keep my schedule in my More Info tab. Let's see here. Monday, Inclusion. Tuesday, I do a straight club called Zenzi. Wednesday, I do Axel's Beach Club, which is owned by the guy who does Egoism Clothing. And then I also do Impulse. Thursday, I just started at that hot new club, The Cell. Friday is Club 7 and Osa Del Sol. And then on Saturday, I do Inclusion again and Impulse over at Nova. So yeah, I have a pretty full schedule of DJing.
Yes, indeed. Well, that's usually the case. That's how it usually goes for us. What other things do you like to do in SL besides DJ?
Well, my main thing I like to do is spend time with my husband, Scott. He's he's a trip. I love him to death. Also, I've been organizing my fellow SecondLife DJs, myself, and Scott Summer started a group called the Crossfade Union to get together with a lot of DJs and try and give back to the community. What we're doing is each month we're picking a real life charity. So like this month we picked UNICEF, and we're sending out a gesture to all of our members and asking that they, on air during their sets, plug the charity, mention it, link the charity's website, which is what the gesture is, and have people go and read about the charity and possibly make a donation because, as Dexter and Boucher pointed out to me, if we had fundraisers here in SecondLife and someone, you know, they give 1,000 lindens and you know, that's a lot of money here in SecondLife, but in reality that's only about $4. So if we send them to the real life website, they might donate $50. So we think we can do more that way than collecting lindens in SecondLife. But it's also a way for DJs here in SecondLife who, you know, the SecondLife community supports us. It's a way for us to give back. And that's very, very important in my book.
Definitely true. Definitely true. What other ideas for future charities are on the horizon for CrossFit Union?
Well, that's something we're going to throw open to the membership. About the 20th of this month, I'm going to send out a notice and ask for people to send me note cards with nominations for charities, and then on the 25th or so, we'll vote. And it's going to be picked by the membership, so it won't be just me or Scott or a certain number of people picking. It's going to be whatever our membership votes for. The only thing I'm going to do is make it to where no particular charity can be represented more than once every 6 months. So we don't have the same thing every single month. But if we get a bunch of DJs working on that, and we're all supporting the same charity, we might be able to make a difference. And that's my hope, is that we can just make a difference.
Oh yes, I agree. That's like one of the things I do love about SL is the many ways of having certain fundraisers for real life charities and organizations and stuff. And by the way, have you guys ever thought of joining up with maybe around May or June, probably helping out with like what donations Second Pride usually goes for?
I'd be happy to talk to the Second Pride folks. The Crossfade Union is just something we started right at the end of February. I think it was like February 25th when we started it. And, we've already got myself, yourself, Dex, Wesley, Hot Boy, a bunch of the big name DJs in Gay Second Life in the group. And I'm trying to expand it out. I want to bring in straight DJs, furry DJs. This is I want this to be not just about gay. I want this to be about everybody and giving back to the community a whole. Right now we've got about 18 members, and I'm really, really flattered at the people who are in the group, because it's some of the people who I look up to the very, very most. Reggie is in there as well. GM George is in there. Just great DJs. But it's not just for the top DJs in Second Life. It's for every DJ who wants to and who can help. And it's like I said, this is going to be run as a democracy. Everybody's going to get one vote. Just because Scott Summers and I are the owners of the group doesn't mean that we get to run roughshod over anybody. I picked UNICEF because I only had one day to get a gesture out, and I figured it was a charity that everybody could get behind for March. But for April, it will be chosen by the membership.
Oh, cool. Yes, it sounds like a great organization. I'm definitely glad to be part of it, and I'm sure after watching this episode, I'm sure you'll probably get a few more members as well, especially word of mouth and everything. Tell us about Real Life Ralphy.
Well, Real Life Ralphy, I had a heck of a year this last year, because up until July of last year, actually beginning of August, I lived in Tampa, Florida. And a year ago, last December, I met Brianne and LaRue here on Second Life. I'd known him for a long time, but we got into a relationship, and I married the man in real life. I've moved to Canada. Yeah. Thank you very much. I've moved to Canada, and we're actually married. And I don't think I could be happier. So, but going through the move, getting rid of my house, quitting my job and everything, it's just been a lot of turmoil, but luckily through it all, I've been able to keep my DJing up, because that's my one true love here in Second Life. I took a couple of weeks off for the wedding and the honeymoon, and then I was right back to DJing.
Good.
And also, because of immigration here in Canada, I have to sit on my rear end and not work for about a year. So I'm kind of enjoying that.
That's not going to last too long, I bet.
Well, no. As soon as I can work, I will work again. But now I'm actually semi-retired. At least as far as real life is concerned. So I get to concentrate on Second Life.
Oh, that's good. That's a good thing. And I'm sure a lot of clubs and everything are happy that they can have you for this time span of uninterrupted party.
Yep.
Because we all know every now and then real life gets in the way.
Oh, yes.
Schedules.
Yeah. I love it when club owners go, what, you want, it's Christmas Day, you want to take off? Yeah, I do kind of have a family.
Yeah, what I usually do is send out one note card that has a list of schedules, my schedule sets for everybody, and tell them I won't be there this day, that day, blah blah. Find a replacement or cancel a party or something like on that. That usually works. But most of the time, most clubs usually contact you and be like, "Oh, you're going to be around for us this day or that day." They're usually open. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's actually Sash was the one who filled in for me most of the time when I was getting married.
Oh, yeah. Let's see, what else? We usually have you for back when we had our DJ World sessions and everything and stuff like that. Any special sets coming up for you? That's not on your schedule?
Yeah, I'm doing one. Let me pull up the note card real quick because I just signed up for it with Tom last night. Note card. DJ Marathon at Spurt. They're going to do 24 hours and it's going to support Gay Pride. It's going to be 12 noon on Sunday, April 8th, which I believe is Easter Sunday, till 12 noon on the following day on Monday. I actually have some of the DJs who are going to be there. GM George is going to be there, Tom, Reggie, Scott Summers, Dex is doing a set, Pettis 10 is doing a set, Thorn, DJ Alex, myself, and Hot Boy. Now, also, there are 2 sets open, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. and 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Monday morning. So, hopefully we can get those filled as well. But because we're going to do it, like I said, they're going to try and do a 24-hour DJ marathon to benefit Second Pride.
Oh, good. Yes, that should be definitely fun. Tom told me about it and everything, and also got stuff from Atlas and Addy about it. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be around during Easter. Once again, real life. So, any DJs out there watching this show, you might want to contact these people and try and get in on this. But it's a fun place to party at, and from what I hear, a fun place to play.
And it's all the there aren't going to be tip jars for the DJs. Everything donated is going to go right to Second Pride. So once again, it's giving back to the community, which is again very important.
That's so great. And I'm going to give my sister Carissa a big wink and be like, 24 hours, good luck, girl. I used to pull my hair out on 12-hour DJ nights, all right? So, good luck on that one. But it's for a good cause, so it should all work out, right?
I remember last time I did DJ night, I played I Continue to Turn Proud Mary, and it crashed the sim. Oh. That was, I think that was the last time you guys invited me.
Well, some crashes are not your fault.
I know. It just happened to happen right then.
Alright, so, real quick, so you're married in real life.
Yes, I am.
And, I was wondering, this is, every host, every guest I like to always ask, one of those really serious questions and stuff like that, just so I can not be a bubblegum host. Do you fear or feel concerned that just because you're married to your husband, do you feel on any given day that right can be taken away from you?
If I was living in the United States, I would. But in Canada, it's nationwide. Yeah, their Supreme Court just, and I know it's done very civilized too. The Prime Minister here just asked the Supreme Court, "Are we denying these people rights?" And the Supreme Court came back with, "Yes, you are. They must be allowed to marry." And that ended the entire thing for the entire country. Now there's still, of course, some friction. There's always going to be the religious right, and they have the right to believe what they want to believe. But in Canada, they don't have the right to infringe it on us. Unlike in the United States, where they have the referendums and they vote us down and all that. So that's the main reason why I moved from sunny Tampa, Florida, to the middle of nowhere in Manitoba, where there's snow on the ground right now. Instead of I could be out on the beach, because I wanted to be married to my husband and never have that be taken away from me.
I hear you. Amen. Definitely. And yes, as you alluded to before, that was actually what was my question was a precursor to the fairly recent, Supreme Court events that was happening up there, based on marriage within the same-sex communities. I think most of the concern was mostly for people who went to Canada to get married, and then who actually don't really live there, but then move somewhere else and stuff. And if their marriage was disavowed up there, it would change aspects of where they were living at said time. But as you said before, all that's moot now, because you guys are pretty much safe and everything from the religious chaos that's happening definitely here in the United States. But
there's also a thing, and it's in the United States and Canada, ex post facto, which means you can't go back and nullify a marriage that was legal at the time it was done. So basically, it's like the people in California who got married during the time that it was legal for same-sex couples to get married in California are still married. You can't take that away from them. You can stop further people from doing so, but you can't take it away from them. So once you're married, unless the entire government, there's a revolution, you're married. But the concern is, being future people being able to get married. And also, if we were living in the States, as far as the federal government is concerned, we would not be married.
Right.
So, it's funny. If I step across the border in the United States, my father becomes my next of kin. And up here, my husband is my next of kin. And that's a big difference. I love my father and I trust my father, but my husband is my next of kin.
I hear you. No, definitely. I totally understand. I'm sure our viewers do too as well. And but as I said before, there's progression. The number of states are growing, and slowly but surely. The thing that really matters mostly, though, is here's my pet peeve. Of course, I live in New York City. New York State's one of the states that you can legally wed and everything, but you'll still be a gay couple in New York will still pay a lot more taxes than a straight couple in New York, because even though it's legal on the state level, it's not really official on a national level. Hence the federal taxes.
Yeah, the federal government does not recognize it. Yeah, it's we've got a long fight ahead of us for that.
Yeah, definitely. But hey, no pain, no gain, right? That's what usually goes.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't important, then it wouldn't be a struggle. Definitely. Well, other than that, any final things you'd like to say to our viewers?
I want to thank everybody for all the support I've gotten over my 3 years of DJing here in Second Life. And hopefully the support will continue, and also to all the other DJs out there, the new ones and the ones who've been doing it for a very long time. We need you guys as much as you enjoy our music.
Good. Thank you so much, Ralphy, for being here, and everyone. Thank you for enjoying this episode of the NCX show, and make sure to check out Ralphy's sets, and also check out the DJs, check out the group Crossfade Union, and also try and get into that benefit for Second Pride. Thank you so much, everybody, from Gay World News TV. I am DJ Insyx Piranha, and have a great night.
Thank you, guys.
I missed the cue. Thank you, Ralphie. That was great.
Thank you for having me.